I'd like to invite Dr. Vivek Modi sir onto the dais. We have amidst us Dr. Vivek Modi sir. Dr. Vivek Modi sir is a professional trainer. Sir has taken seminars on various aspects like leadership, mind management, stress management, student development programs and many more. Sir has been associated with the Ramakrishna Mutt from past 8 years as a faculty at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, guiding lakhs of students to build up self-confidence and succeed in life. We welcome you, sir, to address the gathering.
My pranams to Holy Trio, Revered Swami, Motivational, distinguished faculty members and distinguished members of the society and dear students. Let's start with a small warm-up. We'll divide the hall cordless. Okay, so we'll divide this thing. There is a natural division. This group, let's say Ram, this group, Krishna. Okay, and we'll play a small warm-up game. When I say Ram, this group should clap. When I say Krishna, this group should clap. Simple. If I say twice, you have to clap twice. You have to clap in the unison. Okay? If I say 3 times, you have to clap 3 times. Okay? Let's see how awakened you are. Okay. Ram. Only एक बार बोला ना, एक बार. Krishna. Ram. Krishna. Ram. Ram. Krishna. Krishna. Ram. Krishna. You have to clap once. Cheating nahi. Swamiji is watching. Ram, Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Krishna. Ram, Krishna, Ram, Krishna, Ram, Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. राम सोना नहीं है, ठीक है, चलिए. कृष्ण, राम, कृष्ण, राम, कृष्ण, राम, कृष्ण. Wonderful. Now all are awakened. Just 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. First of all, my deepest gratitude to Swamiji to provide me this platform and give me this chance to speak in front of you. When we talk about Swami Vivekananda, what are the key things Swamiji would be thinking or would have thought that my youth of this nation should follow? Swamiji's life is full of so many messages. His life itself, I am not talking about his messages. His life itself is full of so many messages for us. It depends on us how much we can take from that. So I would like to convey 3 key messages and conclude. First thing, if we see Swamiji's life, it signifies authenticity. He lived a very, very authentic life. He never faked in front of anyone. He was always himself. As a young child, he had the impact of his father, Shri Vishwanath Datta, and his mother. One side logical thinking, another side devotional, deep right brain thinking. He had deep confusion as a child. His inquisitive mind was always asking questions. Another side, devotional mind, always wanted to serve, always wanted to indulge into bhakti, into spiritual practices, deep meditation. This was his natural bent. But this kept these questions awake in his little mind. He always used to ask, and we all know, he had the audacity to ask those days to people, have you seen God? Why should I believe? Look at the authenticity of a young boy. I will not believe because my mother is telling, my father is telling, so many people are telling we should worship God. I will not worship like that. He said, I have to ask. And he asked so many scholars fearlessly. And then ultimately he met Sri Ramakrishna, and we know the story. How Sri Ramakrishna could quench his thirst for spirituality. How he could mold that logical mind and give it a spiritual bent. So authenticity has two main components. Number one, your expertise. Number two, your integrity. Many of the college students today, they ask this question, sir, we are not getting jobs. We have degrees, but we are not getting jobs. If you see, the people who are employing youth, they are seeking these two components in each individual who come for a job. Number one, are they good enough? That's what we need to learn from Swamiji's life. How authentic I am. Can the youth of this country? Authenticity is established. And we have many real stories. Many real stories. Where people told, why did you not show us the certificate first? Because there are many organizations which may be teaching you soft skills, which may be teaching you how to speak, your body language and communication and many other things. But there are few organizations which will be present in front of you, which will show you so many role models of character. And we follow our role models. We don't follow what we hear. We follow what we see. This organization will show you what you need to follow. Swami Vivekananda's life is one such example. Character was one of the pillars which was displayed in his life. So first thing, authenticity. Second thing which I would like all of us to focus upon is living a life which is not fear driven but ambition and hope driven. Nelson Mandela says, may your all action represents your hope and your ambition, not your fear. Swamiji lived a fearless life. He has spoken so much about one emotion, one negative emotion is fearless. He has spoken about strength. Very popular quote of him, strength is life, weakness is death. But what we see in our population in general, what we see, we are still having a colonial hangover. Maybe our father and grandfather, they had to struggle for basic needs. Because of the British rule, maybe they were not feeling as safe as they should have felt, and therefore their life was driven with survival instinct, not tribal instinct. Swamiji's life, Swamiji did not believe in survival, tribal. He was always 100% in everything. Whether it's singing, or doing meditation, or playing a game of cricket, or even eating ice cream. He was 100% involved, completely involved into it. His life suggested that there is no emotion like fear. Authentic life. Why am I saying that we are driven with fear? Because that's what I have seen in the ambitions of youth. Recently I was in one of the colleges, not here, out of station, and during one exercise I just happened to ask, these are final year engineering students I am talking about. I just asked them, can you tell me what are your goals? One boy said, sir, I want to start a mutton shop. I am not exaggerating, this is the reality. Another guy said, these are engineering final year students. Another guy said, sir, I want to start a liquor business. One guy tried to be a little creative. He told, I want to start a goat urine business. These are the engineers. What has happened? Why are we looking always a safe bet? English people have left us 70 years back. Why are we still not driving our ambitions for defining our goals? Why are we still thinking fearful? I have seen many people, maybe because of the parenting, maybe because of the school, when I ask them, what do you want to become? I want a government job. Government job for what? Service. You want to do service? No. I don't want any government service. I want government job. I have nothing against government job. But I have really a doubtful opinion about the mindset which makes this young boy of 20 years say, I want a government job. A young boy of 20 years is seeking safety first, not experimentation. Not experimentation, safe. I will survive at least. Forget about thriving, they are not even thinking of thriving. I want to survive, safe, बिना काम के पैसा मिले, ऐसा job दो. That is why even after getting 1.3 billion, we still don't have organizations which are world leaders. We may have Infosys, we may have TCS, but we are creating same kind of people who do routine clerical job. And even if some of them creator comes, they are taken by other companies, the likes of Sundar Pichai or Satya Nadella. We are not creating our own. I don't see youth still thinking, what does Mother India want from youth of this country? We the engineers, we the doctors, we the professional. Mother India want its youth, its educated youth, which is a privilege to be in this country, to solve its problem, not become part of it. We have heard very, very commonly this positive, become positive and become negative. I'll give you a simple definition of positive and negative. A positive person is one who is solution oriented. A negative person is one who is problem oriented. You give him a solution, he will say everything is fine, but it is not practical. He will find a problem in the solution. It's very easy to say our politicians are bad. It's very easy to say our bureaucracy is responsible. It's very easy to say everybody is corrupt. But what are we doing, the youth of this country? We are also seeking the same thing. We also want the same thing. Then who will make this country? The Mother India is looking towards us, the youth. With the guidance of Swamiji, we have to shed off this living, which is fear-based, and we have to use two words. And I am giving these two words inspired from Swamiji. These two words we must use in our day-to-day use. These two words, first is experiment. Come on, repeat. Experiment. And second is possibility thinking. Unfortunately, failure is a stigma in our country. Failing is such a bad thing. So anybody fails, it looks like he has done a big sin. And because of that, our youth never wants to try new things. Because if you try new things, there are higher chances of failure. I don't think Swamiji would have loved this thing. Swamiji would not want the youth to be fearful in taking its every decision. No, that's not the way. So adopt to this word experiment. Once you use the word experiment, you take away the burden of failure. Experiment not with drinking and smoking. I am not suggesting that. Experiment with your ideas. Experiment with the solutions which are coming in your mind. When we have people like Sharat Sagar here, we have so many people to follow in today's world. We have all the things. Why should still we be living this fear-based life? We have to overcome this. We have to remember strength is life, weakness is death. Otherwise, we will end up becoming 1.3 billion people, a burden on this world. Because we are not driving the world still. We should be driving. With the number of youth talent we have, we should be driving. We are not driving. I often use this example. The youth of this nation, if he wants to celebrate birthday, today is Swamiji's birthday, but if it were your birthday, yesterday night 12 am, somebody might have already called. Happy birthday. Your Instagram and Facebook pictures would be there of cutting cake, and not one, many cake. One for eating, one for face pack, sometimes many for face pack. And after applying it on face, what do we say? Birthday was nice. And then wait for how many likes on my Facebook and Instagram post. This is not, I think, Swamiji would have loved. A country where still 30 crore children sleeping hungry, the youth, the educated youth should not be celebrating birthday by wasting cake and applying it on face. That much sensitivity we need. Swamiji was not against following some of the good Western ideas. He was not against it. But he was dead against giving up the Indian ethos. You might love to cut the cake, but in Indian ethos, we love to unite those bundi laddu. It's a symbol. Unite, not cut. We light the lamp, the diya. We don't believe in blowing it out. No. There is a symbol in that. But I agree your way of celebrating it. But at least don't waste it on. Give it to a poor child near to your door. And we all know it. Within the 1 kilometer of this premise itself, there will be people who will sleep hungry. Even today. We know it. It's not that we don't know. And that should be the difference between an educated person and an uneducated person. An educated person can see things which are not obvious. A person may not be dying in front of you, but then you are aware that there are people who are in need. That's what our education should have taught us. Unfortunately, it does not. Swamiji would love to see people who are solving the problem, who are taking chances, who are experimenting, who are becoming possibility thinkers. Not taking the same old path. And last thing, all this for what? All this leadership, all this fearlessness, all this creativity, all this honesty and authenticity for what? In the end, Swamiji gives the idea of, it's not for you. Swamiji could have lived an extraordinary life. Given to his talent, he could have ruled any place. But that's where Sri Ramakrishna told, don't be selfish, don't be selfish. No, this is not for you. Swamiji wanted to leave so early. Sri Ramakrishna held him. How can you be so selfish? He wanted to leave his body so early. He wanted to get involved into deep spiritual practices so early. But Sri Ramakrishna told him, no, that's not Indian thought. He gave us wonderful idea of servant leadership. Murkha devo bhava, daritra devo bhava, rogi devo bhava. That is what forced me of being a doctor who would wait for somebody to get sick to trying to use this knowledge to let's see that people don't get sick. That's what is expected out of you engineers. Every time when our Prime Minister and when other people are seeking something from outside, technologies which other countries have discovered decades back, even today if we are seeking that, it should hurt an engineer. It should hurt. It should make us feel that why are we not able to create a small jet or some bulletproof jackets? If that is not happening, then somewhere we are becoming too much oriented about ourselves. So after becoming authentic, after becoming fearless, after experimenting, after getting to new ideas, in the end it is for what? It is for this country, it is for the people of this country, it is for the world. It is not for me. That's the central idea again Swamiji gave. After I get everything, all of you kindly repeat behind me. With the standards of my living, with little more energy. With the standards of my living, I will raise the standards of my giving. That's what Swamiji would have loved. I have to earn to give it back to the society which has nurtured me. But then some of you may ask, sir, this is all not practical. We are not Swamijis. After all, we have to have our family. Why should we work hard and give it to somebody else? My parents are having expectations. I need a big car. I need a house. I also have a car. I also have a house. I am also running a family. I'll tell you one secret. When you give, you get. You get more than what you can imagine. That's the secret. Focus on giving. Reciprocation is the law of this universe. Little minds focus on what I get. Big minds, the followers of Swami Vivekananda, focus on what can I give. When you give, you force the providence to return. If you can take care of 100 people, 200 people by means of your knowledge and your expertise, don't you think God will take care of you and your family? That's very little. It's not a big thing. When we focus on things what we can give, we are focusing on things which are in our hand, because what I can get is not in my hand. What I can give is in my hand. I am speaking here, whether you will clap or not is not in my hand, but what I can speak is in my hand. I better focus on what I can speak, rest will happen. So same way, please shift your mind from becoming a person who is trying to take the path which is time tested only to experimenting new thing. Please focus on improving your authenticity. Please focus on trying new things, living a fearless life, and in the end, last but not the least, please focus on raising your standards of giving, not just taking. How to do it? Only one way. Hold on to this place tightly. Rest we will teach you. Long back I held this place. I just came as a wanderer here, but I told I am not a fool to let it go now. I held it tightly. It has given me so much I can't even imagine. Just hold on. Don't be foolish to give it up again. Keep coming here. Stay in touch in whatever way possible. Just stay in touch. Read Swamiji, read Sri Ramakrishna, read Sharda Mai, and you will automatically find your mind is on the right path. Swachh Soch was one thing Swamiji is just telling me to talk about. Swachh Soch. We were recently in Mangaluru Ramakrishna Mutt is doing something phenomenal. Mangaluru has come in one of the cleanest cities in India, not just in India, in the world, with the effort of Sri Ramakrishna Mutt Mangaluru. For the last many years they are doing this effort. Every Sunday, thousands of Mangalurians, they are on the streets and cleaning it, not just cleaning it for photo's sake. No, they are doing it very authentically. They are representing Swamiji in true sense. Solving the problem for long-term solutions, not short-term. We were really so happy to see the kind of work they have done. So in that order, they have called us to talk about Swachh Soch. What is Swachh Soch? Outside exterior is just a representation of our interior. If the exterior has to be clean, our interior has to be cleansed. So now they have taken a step ahead and they are taking so many sessions across Mangaluru and nearby cities and towns where they are telling the importance of Swachh Soch. Don't just focus on keeping your exterior clean, focus on keeping your interior clean. That will automatically reflect on outside thing. We need Swachh Soch. When I told about authenticity, what was it? Integrity is what? Inner cleaning. When my split, me when I am alone, when nobody is watching, and me in front of the world, when there is less gap, I will have better sleep. When the split is less, I will have a better sleep. I will not have to look for medication. I will not have to look for work-life balance. Because what I am in my originality and what I am in front of the world, the gap is very
V3 Vision ఛానల్ ని షేర్ చేయండి, లైక్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి.